We believe as Christians that we've been given the world on trust. It's not ours to squander, and yet man-made climate change is threatening the future of our planet, and it's also already ruining the lives of the world's poorest people.
Already we know there are people in parts of the world that are suffering as a result of changes happening to their climate, extreme weather events, the loss of harvest because the rains are not coming at the right time. That could have a devastating effect across the whole world.
If we as human beings fail to engage with this issue, we will be complicit in our own destruction. It's one of the most important things we can do.
Climate change is an important issue for investors because the companies that we invest in them over a lengthy period of time. The church is in a really strong position to guide, support and encourage these companies to get their business plans where they need to be, both because of the ethical imperative for Christians in relation to climate change and also because of the significant loss of value which will occur if these companies do not change their business models.
For the first time, you're seeing major oil and gas companies that are breaking ranks with their peers. You're seeing mining companies that are disinvesting from all of their coal assets. This is the beginning of the transition.
What we need is change. And if we think the best way to secure that change is to stay in conversation with the companies, to keep the pressure on, to make sure that they do change, then it would be wrong to walk away. We need to stay in the conversation and get the change the world needs.
We're the people who actually own the companies that we invest in, and we can use that power to influence the boards of directors to ensure the policies of those companies are slowly but surely and determinedly brought in line with the Paris Agreement.
We think there are 4 tools that investors can use. One is investment, the other is disinvestment, what you choose not to invest in. Then there's engagement with companies to have an influence with them. And finally, there's engagement with policymakers to get a better public policy framework in place on climate change. We've worked with the London School of Economics to develop a new tool, the Transition Pathway Initiative, to track the progress of companies in the transition to a low-carbon economy. And we've managed to gather huge numbers of other investors so that now we have investors with over $9 trillion of assets seeking to drive transition and companies aligning their business plans with the 2-degree goal of the Paris Agreement.
We can't achieve change on our own. We've got to do it with other investors, both faith and non-faith. If we want to see the genuine long-term systemic change that's needed to align the world to a below 2 degrees pathway, we need to collaborate.
They are beginning to make the changes that are necessary, and they're understanding more and more the urgency that's attached to it, not just by the world in general, but by their shareholders in particular.
We will lose everything if we don't have our values absolutely driving the way we invest. There's that wonderful bit in Scripture, actually, where if you lose track of your values, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his soul? If we were not to be really passionate about this important issue, we would risk losing our very soul.